Governance is about looking after rangatiratanga. Ngāti Whātua Ōrākei is still evolving in terms of how we practice our rangatiratanga and also how tikanga becomes the baseline for how we govern.
If you were to ask my daughter Kiana, she'll go, yeah, what is governance? What do you do? For me, it's around setting the future direction. It's 50 to 100 years from now. What is the vision? What kind of papakanga do we want to leave for them? It's not thinking about the day-to-day. That's kind of my job as the CEO. But it's ensuring that from a governance level, they're making decisions that are setting up the future to be in a better state.
The purpose of Ngāti Whātua Ōrākei Trust is to look after its people. We do that in many ways. We still have to educate ourselves on how to do it better, looking after everyone in between, whether that be through health issues, whether it be through economic issues, employment issues, education issues, the whole gamut.
Like before, the purpose of the board is to strategise ways to ensure we can give the best back to our people.
One thing that's always stuck with me, and Graham Tipene says this to me a lot, is we are building a future for a generation we will never meet. And I feel like if you have that in the back of your head all the time, the decisions you make will be based on ensuring that they are in a better spot. Who can be on the Ngāti Whātua Ōrākei Trust Board? You need to be a registered member to be nominated to go onto the Trust Board, and you have to be 18 years and over.
So you can have skills in finance, you can have skills in litigation, you can have skills in accounting, you can have skills in people, you can have skills in art, you can have skills. Everything that's to do with Māori is totally adequate.
I think from a board perspective, who we're trying to support and deliver and, support in their aspirations come from all walks of life. So we need to have all of that represented at the board table. So it doesn't matter what your background is, we kind of need to have that present.
You put your name in the hat and you tell people what you bring to the table. And hopefully they've either seen what you've done and understand the things you could possibly do as part of the board.
So the elections process for Ngāti Whātua Ōrākei Trust, we chose to have a rotation of members, so we have 9 seats on our board. Of that, every 2 years there's an election, and 1 year there'll be 5 that will come off, and so there'll be 5 seats that we vote for.
So how do you get on the board? You do need to fill out a nomination form, and as part of that there is a requirement that you need 5 registered adult members to also support your nomination. We do need to receive that either via the online form or in written form. We also do ask if you can provide a 250-word statement and a photo, because what we do is we produce a booklet to help advise whānau that you have applied to be a nominee and to go on the board. Get the support of your whānau. This mahi, while I wouldn't say it's particularly hard, it is demanding, and I think that's because of the nature of our connection to our whānau. And everyone I've seen come on the board has such a passion to do more for their whānau that I think from that perspective it's really important to have that support behind you to keep your wairua well.
Don't wait for the election to do things for your people. Be available to your people before you put your hand up to be on this board. There's lots of things that we can do as a people that we don't need to be at the board level for. But having a history of getting stuff done for your people will help you understand what it's like to be at the board level and getting other kaupapa done for our people.
Be prepared to put aside time in the weekends and time in the evenings, because the whole thing about being a governor of your iwi is that you are representing them.